Welcome to this final press conference, the final race of what has been a quite immense 2017 season for the MCE British Superbike Championship. Congratulations to James Ellison, to Jason O'Halloran, and of course to Josh Brooks. And we'll start with you if we may, James. It's been a cracking end to the season for you and the McCann's Yamaha. Got to be pleased.
Yeah, not as good as last year. We won both races last year at the end, so it's always nice going into the off-season with that. But to be honest with you, this is just as good a feeling. You know, we've had an up and down season all year with the McCann's Yamaha team. The bikes showed, you know, the performance is there. You know, it could be winning every weekend. We had a sort of a fairly decent start. You know, testing, we were second in the first official test in Spain, so obviously the optimism was there. And then went to round 2 at Donington, led both races at some point, and then dropped back with just a little bit of. We didn't really have the knowledge of the engine braking strategy. Took that to Brands, came here, absolutely dominated every session in qualifying and led the race, and then I turboed myself in leading race 1, ended up in the tyre wall, snapped the frame. So I think I was left there with 0 points, looking like we're probably going to leave with a couple of wins. I left with nothing. So that's when it started. You know, we get to a round and we show a real strong pace, and then I'd have a front end crash or I'd have an ECU break. We had 3 ECUs pack in last year, all in podium positions. All my crashes have been in podium positions. So we've handed away a hell of a lot of points. And I've only got myself to blame for the crashes, but that's part and parcel of learning a new bike, finding the limit. You've got to push past it a few times. But I think, you know, when we're actually not crashing and the ECU staying together, I think we're showing that we have got good pace and we're at the front every weekend. So full credit to the McCann's Yamaha team. I just think I owe them an apology for an up and down season, and there's things obviously out of mine and their control. But we'll move on from it. We've got plans next year to come back to BSB and come back stronger. Always try and come back stronger and fitter every year. The pace gets hotter every year, so you need to. You know, that lap then, I mean, Josh did 25.5 on the last lap. You know, World Superbikes when they came here a few years ago were doing 27s. It's just it's absolutely insane the way how BSB has progressed over the years, and it just doesn't slow down. So yeah, we've got to come back stronger, come back with a better package, and try and stick it to them. But just want to say now, big thank you to the McCanns and Dams for sticking by me for the last 4 years. They've been a personal sponsor of mine and a great sponsor of the team, and now title sponsor of the team, and they'll continue to do that, I think, next year. But I'll be stepping aside and moving something different. And wish them all the best of luck, and hopefully we can come back fighting next year and try and get that win. I'm
sure you will, James. Thanks for what you've given us this year.
Full credit to these boys as well, because that was one hell of a race, mate. I enjoyed it.
It was one
I
heck of a
enjoyed it,
race.
and none of us were giving up. So yeah, and MLav as well. So I'm not going to rattle on, but I just want to say, really impressed with Laverty this year. A lot of people don't know what's gone on, but he has been struggling with the bike this year. A lot of setup problems, and they found something, you know, just coming into this weekend that he's been asking for and looking for all year. And that's, you know, he's showed his true pace and true potential this weekend. So I feel sorry for the bloke. He's had a difficult year, but fair play to him. He's had a great end to it, and hopefully we'll be battling next year.
Absolutely.
Thanks,
James. Appreciate it. And Jason, as James was saying, an absolutely cracking race. And it's been, fair to say, I think, an up and down season for you, but this is a great way to finish.
Yeah, for sure. It's always nice to finish the last race of the season on the podium. You know, it's this year's been really taxing on myself and the team. We started at a pretty low level, and it took us a lot of work to get going. And since then, it's been a bit of a roller coaster. But every single person in the team has given me the absolute maximum this year. I can't ask for any more from the Honda Racing guys. They're all fantastic, a fantastic crew. We've kept pushing every single weekend, and unfortunately, the last maybe 3 or 4 rounds, I've had pretty big crashes on the Friday or Saturday. And you know, I haven't said too much about it, but I've had little injuries each weekend. I've gave the boys a lot of work to do with fixing bikes, and you know, we've been missing a few little parts each weekend as well. So to come here this weekend, I was determined to have a strong one. Everything went pretty smoothly. We improved every race, and we gained momentum over the weekend, which was really refreshing. You know, from Friday to Saturday to today, we've improved each day. That race there was everything I had.
always the races where you win that you actually you know, found something so deep within to try and find some extra pace. And you know, Assen was a perfect example. Like, I rode so hard in the race where I come 5th, and I thought to myself, like, that's one of the hardest and best races I've ridden, but to no strong result, you know. It's but you know, that's where I feel like sometimes this year people have probably thought, God, he seems so angry, or you know, not pleased with the results. And you know, here I am sat here in 2nd place in the championship by just 3 points, you know, and it makes sense now, probably more for people to see and understand. You know, so many times I've been trying to make it clear to everyone how important every single race of the year is. You know, and then there's areas and times where I've only got myself to blame, like falling from Thruxton, that was 5 points, falling here mid-season out of 2nd, that was 3 points, and there you go, you know. So, yeah, that was for sure one of the better races for me of the season. Unfortunately, race 1 and race 2 this weekend, we had some small problems with the bike, not something that was visible from you know, the cameras or the stands, but definitely something that took my concentration away from the racing. And you know, here at this level, at this rate, you know, even during that race, I was thinking to myself, I'd hate to be racing for the championship point the way I am, you know what I mean? Because if I won or where I fell off, it didn't really make a difference to me, you know, so I just put everything on the line. But to race that close to the edge, like the last lap was a 25.5, you know, in my head I was like, there's no way I'm letting someone take this race away from me. And, you know, to do that at the end of the race, I took so much risk, it was unreal. So if you had the kind of load or you know, of the championship riding on that race, I don't think I'd found that level of risk worthwhile. So I'm just, you know, in some ways I was lucky that I didn't have the championship riding on that race, and I could just ride it for everything that I had.